probably my favorite restaurant in the country is Bertha Miranda's in Reno.
Reno,
yeah, and I love that place. It's like one of the best. It's literally the best Mexican restaurant in the country.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'll take you to Michael's one of these days. Michael's
Okay, good.
down South Point.
Okay, all right, good. We'll do that too. But anyway, yeah, I'm coming next week, so it'll be good to hopefully. I want to see her succeed, but she's coming up to Nevada.
Yeah, she's a good friend.
Good. Good. Hey, good morning. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. How are you? Good to see you guys.
And we will make sure that we're not a nation in decline, but a nation in our ascent. A nation whose best days, not in some fake politician way, but in a true way. Don Jr. said it last night. A nation whose best days are actually still ahead of us. And I think it is going to take a new kind of founding of this country, a refounding of our principles, a rediscovery of our Constitution to do it. And so the constitutional conservatives in this room, it's going to fall on your shoulders. And that's what we get this November when we put Donald Trump back in the White House. Thank you guys for having me. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. 21st event, off to next state delegation event. We're actually going out to Lake Geneva, a bunch of the states, because Milwaukee's so crowded. That's where these state delegations are, so we drive further and further out. And it takes me back to the campaign days, but you can't forget, there's a lot of the big donor stuff, there's a lot of things going on. These are the people who actually make it happen on the ground.
The grassroots.
Yes, and the fact that these people are so excited to see someone like me gives me a responsibility to show up in an occasion like this and really fire up the people who are actually getting the job done on the ground. And so we can't forget them. Yes, it's an hour drive early in the morning. It takes the whole country, each doing their job. But we have to show thanks to not just the people who are in front of the cameras or who provide the dollars, but the people who actually bring the hardcore efforts on the ground.
And the people who we represent.
And the people who we represent. We can't forget that. So that's why I'm doing it. And I'm excited. It's going to be a historic day. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, on to the next. So we'll go to the next state delegation now. They fed our kids and their next generation a vision of race, gender, sexuality, and climate. And we could sit here and criticize that vision all we want. But we're not going to win. Maybe we'll win this election, but we're not going to win this country back unless we stand up and offer an alternative vision of who we really are and what we actually stand for. That's how we win this country back. That's how we lead all Americans. Individual, family, nation, and God beat race, gender, sexuality, and climate if we have the courage to actually stand for it. You are an individual, not riding the tectonic plates of group identity, but you're an individual created in the image of God, endowed with your own unique gifts, your own God-given gifts without anybody else telling you who you are or what you can achieve. You're a member of a family, and I want more children in this country to see themselves as members of a family. The nuclear family is the greatest form of governance known to mankind. Got multiple lays around the neck, so. Thank you for the lays.
Thank you.
Good to see you. We will see you
Thank you
soon.
so
We love
much.
you guys. We
May
love you guys.
Jesus bless you. Come
Thank
and
you.
visit us.
Of course we will. Of course we will. Thank you.
To Hawaii next?
Soon, it sounds like it's could do a lot worse than that, but we haven't gone in a long time. In all seriousness, though, there's a lot of nice places to visit, but what happened there's a lot of parallels between what happened from places from East Palestine to Flint, Michigan to Maui
where we do have forgotten cities in this country. And I do think that we didn't talk about it much today, but what happened in Maui, I think they're still struggling. They're still reeling. A lot of the money that was sent didn't get dispersed in exactly the right ways. But, unfortunately, until you actually get in there, there's not much you can do to change that from the outside. I thank these guys for keeping us on time and safe. I appreciate that.
Great to see
Good
you.
to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for looking after and keeping this whole
forward
place
to
safe.
following
Good seeing
your
you, man.
career.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, my man.
Excellent speech.
Thanks for looking after everybody here. I appreciate it. It's I don't want to prematurely celebrate, but amazing job for everybody who's involved in security this week. Yeah.
Did you
Thank
know
you.
Thomas Jefferson and John Adams Sr. both died the same day?
Yes, July 4th, 1826. Yeah.
God bless you. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember the year, but that reminded me.
50th. It was in the 50th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration.
Fantastic. I must say, Rep from Oregon, your generation keeps me going.
Thank you.
My grandkids.
I
You're
appreciate
a great
that.
leader. Great
Thank you.
leader.
Thank you.
Those who enter without consent must be removed. I think those are principles that Democrats and Republicans alike can get behind.
Homestay tent in Wisconsin. It's good. There's our people. I mean, some of these people I know since I was growing up. The chairman of the party there, I met him when I was 18 years old. Believe it or not, he was working in Cincinnati. My piano teacher was actually a friend of him. Put us together. 20 years later, he's the party chairman, and I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing. Yeah, so anyway,
Will President Biden still be in the race this time next week?
I think he won't be in the race this time next month. That's my prediction.
Thank you.
The energy of tonight. History. It was cool to be down there. I like sitting with my own home state's delegation. We're just taking a little break going upstairs, and then we'll come back and sit and finish the night with the home state. Buckeyes, go Bucks, right? For my Ohio people, OH, you know what you're supposed to say.
Roll Tide.
Just got out of this convention. Historic. It's like one of these life memories. You're just gonna freeze it, not just in my own life, but in our life of our country, American history. People are popping the balloons, and then I see people keeping one of these things because they say that's gonna be something that they're gonna keep. Good to see you guys. Love you guys.
You were great. Listen,
Love you guys. Thank you.
stop.
Good to see you. Love these Patriots. Love the country.
Off to Jason Aldean.
Oh yeah, let's go. I forgot about that. Yeah, Jason, and looking forward to meeting his wife as well. I've seen her post a lot of my stuff on social media. I'm flattered by that. Jason's super talented. Yeah, looking forward to getting to know him too. I haven't partied this late, Kids, that new life. I'm in bed, 11 o'clock, pretty reliably, but it's a special night.
Your data too.
Special night, man. It's good. How you doing?
You blessed?
Feeling so inspired, and we're all blessed. Yes. Let's do one, and then we're gonna walk and go here.
And do
There's
you
a beautiful thing.
expect that Joe Biden is about to withdraw from the campaign?
Whether it's about to or in the coming weeks, I've said for a year that Joe Biden won't be the nominee, and I stand by it.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Love it, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, this week. You did an awesome job this week, guys. Thank you. Thanks for taking care of us, everybody. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good seeing you.
I'm still processing how historic and crazy the last week was. It was still last Saturday. Today's still Friday. It feels like in some ways an eternity ago, right? Last Saturday we all got the phone call, turn on the TV, and it was a near national tragedy. We had paralysis as a country, not knowing for those seconds what was even going to become of an entire nation. And a few days later, Republican convention went on exactly as planned. I'm proud of my good friend J.D. Vance, who got the vice presidential nod. He's an old friend, actually. It's funny. He's not one of the people I know through politics. He's one of the people I know from almost youth. In a certain sense, we were students in law school. and even grew up in a similar part of Ohio that we didn't know each other then. To see him on that stage in a way that was never imaginable. Neither of us would imagine we are where we are 10 years later. And then, I really enjoyed getting up there on Tuesday night and delivering my message from the heart to the people, and I'm grateful it was as well received as it was. To then see Donald Trump show a different side of who he was last night. I've never been to a convention, but I'm told, even from people who have been to 4 or 5 different conventions, who have been to this one as well, that this was something like we've never seen in the history of the party or the country. And it was a celebratory occasion, but it had a depth to it as well. And, we went late into the night every one of the nights. Jason Aldean concert last night. If I was to have it again, that concert would have started earlier than midnight. We stayed for a little bit. It was good to meet him and his wife. They've been, I think, friendly supporters from afar, just based on, especially, a lot of his wife's been putting out a lot of my content. I've been grateful for that, and she's great, and his family's great, and he tore it up last night on stage. Got to bed. I woke up this morning just with a sense of still wanting to reflect on everything that has happened. I think that there are challenging days still ahead, both for the next 4 months, and then I think there are some intellectually complicated days ahead for the conservative movement, if we're being honest about that. But that's a discussion for another day. Right now, I'm just grateful for life. Every moment is a gift. The only thing I feel in my heart that's unfulfilled right now is it's been a full week away from my family. As you guys know, I love to spend time with those little guys in particular. Miss Apoorva, but we talk, and it's, we're normally used to, ever since we got married, we have our busy lives. I've been traveling the world, so for us, we're accustomed to this. But with the kids, I've actually been surprisingly there. It's probably the longest trip that I've taken without them, certainly since the campaign, but even during the campaign, we wouldn't do a stretch this long without them coming along, so I miss them. But even that sense of missing them personally still actually imbues a greater sense of purpose into what we are doing, because it's
the mission.
Meaningful. It's a mission, and it's for them and their generation. And the fact that I still know this is the right thing to have done over the last several days, even though I really, for a few days, do miss them. I'm excited to see them later today and spend a quiet weekend of focused time with the family without distraction. It all just fits, and I'm just, right now, the thing that's in my heart more than anything is just gratitude, personally, as a citizen of the country, but also as a human being and as a person, just grateful for these moments we've been given. And I know it's like one of these weeks you'll look back at 30, 40, 50 years from now and still remember this week. And in that weird way, Milwaukee has this weird special place now in my heart, where the last time I was here a year ago,
this debate,
it was the same thing.
Right.
And like, I just remember those moments are just one of those vivid moments. I had never been on a national stage like that, was going on debating against, here I was, 37-year-old, never in politics, former vice presidents and senators, and people who I only know through television. I'm on a stage sparring with them. I remembered the feeling when I was walking out on the stage in that same arena a year ago. My first feeling was like not rehearsing my different points I wanted to make, but it was just, I remember the feeling that this is so cool. What an opportunity. What a life to have been in this position. Would have never imagined this, and here we are. I remember that feeling, and you don't often get that in life, but there's these occasional moments where you just say, hey, I've been given something to relish here, and I'm going to relish it. Again, this week felt like one of those weeks. It was meaningful. Every moment felt like it was one to relish, one that you kind of knew you would remember, and it certainly will be those moments that we'll remember for years and tell our kids and grandkids about. And so, in this funny way, Milwaukee has become a city where two major events a year apart in my life, in my journey, and in our country's life, in our country's journey, all came together. And I think that's pretty cool.